bitter experience, sweet experience, something else, divine intervention, fun fear, life after death, aspiration, and now, fulfillment.
It began a long, long time ago as a traditional means of saving and continues until this day, spreading through the African continent to the west coast of the United States and indeed all the world.
ESUSU is being called ADASHE, and then in Ivory Coast it is called NAGO, and in Togo, YESYES. Then ESUSU in Ghana. It is regarded as a traditional African lending association which began many, many years ago. People come together in order to achieve common economic, social, and cultural needs. There is social connection to it because in most cases, these things are done by people within the same area. And that is why you will see Okada riders forming an association to call a cooperative. Likewise farmers, likewise workers.
Some call it OSUSU, which seems to be a most familiar name. From the northern part of Nigeria is
ADASHE,
another word for piggy bank.
From the eastern part of Nigeria, we have ESUSU and Undeakawu.
From the west,
ADASHE and ALAJESHEKO.
If you are in Aochi, the northern part of Edo State, and you hear Anazik Begoyo, then you should know that the discourse is about contribution. Perhaps yours.
If one is really going to go into it, you have to really get people that are trustworthy. That is one. And then people you know that they can pay up when they are supposed to.
So that I'll have something to fall back on when I retire. Look at my hair, I also retire. And when you retire, you don't pay money very, very quickly. So you have to at least it's saving something.
The thrift collector usually goes from house to offices, businesses, even institutions, meeting all those who contribute daily, weekly, or monthly even. Participants pay the thrift collector a participation fee, which is often 1% of the total monthly contribution. For some others, especially in offices and corporate organizations, The cooperative holds a major attraction.
In some villages, what they do is that on monthly basis, somebody will say, I am contributing 200. Somebody will say, I'm contributing 1,000. Somebody will say, I'm contributing this. Then the collector is entitled, based on the agreement, is entitled to out of 30 days, one of it. If it is 200 naira, then it means you collect only 200 naira at the end of the month. If you have 200 people, you multiply 200 by 200, that goes a long way. So that is why they look for large numbers to do it.
The way our economy is now in Nigeria, you must get involved with either OSUSU or cooperative, so that at least you can have something to keep for yourself, for your family. Like you cannot continue living in a rented apartment. And without saving, you cannot buy a house, you cannot build a house, you cannot buy land, which is even out of the reach of a common man.
Each member of the group makes a stipulated amount of savings into a pool at set intervals. The amount collected is in turn disbursed to a member of the group, and this continues in rotational style till every member of the group receives equal amount to the contribution made.
The good thing there is it helps you save money. You understand? It helps you save money because instead of the money you need to spend on little things, buying things that you don't really need sometimes, you save that money because of the OSUSU.
With a vibrant banking sector that boasts a more structured financial base, with savings, withdrawals, loans and interest built in, one wonders what informs the continuous attraction for the OSUSU and the cooperative.
It's more better than banking, and anytime you have financial need, moment you walk down to our cooperative, so within a day they will respond to us, and the interest is very low.
I am going to a bank because I didn't have my ATM card yesterday, and I collect 2,000 naira. They charge me 4,000 naira. But in OSUSU, you will not have this kind of extra charges. On cooperative, everything will be orderly.
There have been some cases where some, lacking in integrity and goodwill, have made away with a group savings. Adeyemo opines that in spite of these isolated cases, the traditional means of savings should not be overlooked.
Well, I stopped because we had issues with some people. Some were not able to pay up. You know, maybe like when it's your turn to collect your money, and then there may be one or two people that will not be able to pay you back. You understand? So that was the reason why I stopped.
As for me, I'm saying it out of experience. I don't think it's good for someone to go into such things. For example, maybe they collect this money, they don't have way to pay, whatever they have, they will sell it at the way in order for them just to cover up.
Savers can start small with the piggy bank and smile big after a little while. It is also worthy of mention that although in times past, women, females mostly, were involved in this traditional means of savings, in these days, both men and women are fully involved.
They are very good. They give you opportunity to improve your life, to better your family. If you are with a good group, who are God-fearing, who you can trust, you can have your money. Some people have done a lot. I know a couple of friends who have bought car. I know a couple of women who have opened their shops, and they've done good things with such money.
It's always good to save for a rainy day. It doesn't matter whatever little issues you may have, you will borrow your money when you want it. It's good to save for a rainy day.
Need we say more? A word is enough for the wise. Or in this case, many words.
Ronke, how far now? Do you know why I'm so happy this night? Why? It's my time to collect my OSUSU money now. Which time? It's not your turn, no. What? It's Sam's turn, no. It's next month that is your turn. I have great plans for the money already. Which plan, Madam Planner? My dear, don't worry. This month, it's Sam's turn. Next month is your turn, so you collect and you plan well.
What are some cooperative principles?
Some of the cooperative principles are: the membership is open and voluntary. It is by democratic control. There is economic participation by members. There is autonomy and independence. There is cooperation among cooperatives.
Could you tell us types of cooperatives?
We have consumer cooperatives. These are owned by consumers and they buy goods and services from the members. And we have producers cooperatives. These are owned by producers who join forces to produce and market their products for the interest of the members. We have workers cooperatives. These are owned by the employees. And we have purchasing cooperatives, which involves independent business owners, sometimes municipals, forming this for the interest of the members.
Can wealth be created through cooperative business?
Sure. Wealth can be created through cooperatives. And that is why you see many people going into that business. The person that is going into the business, he doesn't need much investment. Or he doesn't even need to rent facilities. What is important is personal integrity. Because people that will patronize the business, they must be sure that the person has integrity, he will not run away with their money. And apart from that, marketing ability. The person going to that business must have marketing ability, and the person must be ready to give his or her time to it, and he must be consistent. It is through this that the person can make money. And if you want to set up cooperative society, what do you need? You need record cards where you record the biodata of the members that are participating in the business. You need sales girls and boys that will help you to market the business. You need business cards that you can use to, advertise your business.
Please enlighten us on some of the advantages of cooperative society.
The advantages of cooperative societies are enormous. I must tell you that, number one, ordinarily some people find it difficult to save. It inculcates saving habit. When you save, you are able to invest. So people go into investment. And what do you call investment? You say postponement of the present consumption in order to consume more of it in future. That is exactly what it encourages. And of course, it is very easy to form. The control is democratic, and every member has economic participation. And of course, it is a way of increasing individual incomes. And it gives the advantage to people to own cars, to own houses, which ordinarily they cannot do on their own. Because it is cooperative, is just full of resources. Individuals may not be able to do certain things because when you receive your income, you have a lot of needs, and which at the end of the month or year, what remains is so meager that cannot take care of anything. So, by joining cooperative society, with the little you can contribute, by the time you get your turn to have the contribution, or you borrow from the cooperative society, you have bulk of money which you can use to go into investment or to acquire some properties that you desire.
Do we have any profit potentials?
Yes, there is profit potentials in cooperative society. But the profit potential lies on your investment and reinvestment. It is the returns on this that you make. Take for instance, if it's in a local area where somebody is to collect
the 38th contribution, giving the 29th contribution to the owner, you can see it's not much. And that is why people are interested in numbers. The numbers, they really, really matter. And from what gets to you, you invest it, you reinvest both the principal and the interest on it. And this will be increasing, it becomes a compounding interest, or which increases the volume. And it is then your profit will be increasing. There is potential, but it is through investment and investment of both the principal and returns.
So do we have disadvantages and risks?
Every business has risk, and that is why the owner of the business is a risk taker. Let me talk about the risk first. Take for instance, there are criminals. When criminals know that you are a collector and you have gone home with the money, they can attack you and make away with the money. Number two, the family members. They come with frivolous requests and business plans. Oh, uncle, brother, oh, auntie, please borrow me, I will pay back. At the end of the day, they may borrow it and they may not pay back. Because they continue to have problems with your members. Apart from that, the issue of lifestyle of the person who is involved in contribution. If the person's lifestyle is, he feels that he has arrived, he has money and is living a flamboyant life on somebody else's money, at the end of the day, the person may not be able to repay. These are risks involved. And of course, when you talk of disadvantages, you talk of most people that are running the business, they do not have business acumen. And that's a disadvantage. Many of them, they do not even know how to keep records. They are not literate enough to keep neat records. So that's another disadvantage. Some of them, they can even run away after collecting so much money. That is another disadvantage.
What conclusion can you give?
The conclusion I will give is that we should not be scared by the disadvantages and the risks that are involved. All we need to do is to be very careful. We check the integrity of the person that is involved. We check the integrity of people that are participating, and we have adequate records, and where possible it should be well registered, it should be registered. And of course, when it's registered, there are bylaws that controls the operations of the cooperative society. We should make sure that we are guided by these bylaws, and at the end of the day, we will have a cause to smile, because it will inculcate the habit of saving, and we will have funds with which we can invest and have more. Thank you very much.